battles. We are in Dublin for Absolute 2 in the title match. If you're with us in the building, make some noise. As I say, this is the title match. One of these battlers will be crowned the first ever PBI champion, and I couldn't have picked two battlers best to step up and take this title. On the left-hand side is an absolute legend in Irish battle rap. One of you all make some noise for Rapthor.
And on my right, the man responsible for all of this fucking shit, man. Make some noise all the way from Belfast, Vizual!
As this is a title match, it's 3 rounds, Vizual on the flip, 5 judges will decide. Rapthor starts round 1, let's go, bro.
So we kind of, raise your hands if you want to see the perfect Vizual tonight. Come on. Keep your hands up, let's inject a load of passion. The perfect Vizual, grand then, let me set the tone. Imagine, a war where no one ever sold their talents for those envelopes with cash in. Imagine, poor people catching a break, homeless folks end up owning mansions. Imagine, lick of Izzy, ascending the Irish throne, holding a belt he owns for battling over a set of folks. Imagine, hands up. Nah, put your hands down and give your heads a shake. That's never gonna happen. No, Graham been directing him for years. Designing the sick Vizual takes time. But if you check the footage, I just done that shit with 8 lines. 8 lines. Sick Vizual. I've seen plenty of sicker visuals. Blue waffle. ISIS chaps with beheadings. 2 kids in a sandbox. My big fat gypsy weddings, But they talk about his trajectory. I mean, he's done fine, but I'd already won the war while he was yet to see the front line. Yo, he was on a year here already, Dean had done 9. But he's a good guy, because he said it's my house, and that respect could be a good sign. But it ain't me casa su casa. You do well to keep in your line. My spoof, that's my roof. So how the hell could your ceiling ever be above mine? You're always waffling on about respect. Like, hey, respect this, respect that, respect life's minorities. Sounding like a Nordy carp and heart respect my authority. Shut the fuck up. Your angle against smoke. You want respect for its use? That was the most desperate move you have ever produced. Take your first round against Pat. So it's okay to be the victim of a train, but not domestic abuse. Then rest in peace to Jessica McLaughlin, aged 40, killed by a train in Sligo. A young niece still struggling for breath from a tooth. So using your own logic, that's 2 people right there I respect more than you. Wait. People lose people to knives all the time, and he loves knife bars, right? Knife bars? Ain't they a deadly weapon when intended for use, but it's okay to mention them, but not domestic abuse? Knife crime's up 78% in 7 years, bro, your neck's in a noose. There's 100 people right here in this venue, this room, and using your own logic, that's 78 people I respect more than you. Wait. It's so fucking... Let that marinate, dickhead. Anyway. What did he say to Carney? Oh, Carney's on fire in Australia because everything is. You're gonna cry to the Aussie public and make amends for it too? Because of an angle like that, Fizz, let's just assume we're using your own logic. So that's a continent of people you respect more than you. What's with that style? What's with that style? All he does is take satire, that's fire, and compare the shit the wrong way round. He loves to take the moral high ground, but from there, it's a long way down. Who are fooling? You know the saying, don't just, lads? You can fool some of the people some of the time, but you fool Dublin people none of the time. This country is mine. This country is mine. They can't sush at the mine, so shut up with the lies. Now why a Nordy loves a bally? Because they love to pull the wool over somebody's eyes. You think you're over, right? Overrated, overhyped, below what's nice. You don't get paid, you're overpriced. I'll hit you with a room shaker, mate, just leave your soul to Christ. Vizual can't see me, but I shake a room up like a poltergeist. You know I'm nice. Round 1, cold as ice. Time.
He spent the whole round talking about my bars, because none of his are better than mine. Knife crime is up 78%, it's about to be 79. They say I duck Irish rappers, but I can only battle who they send me. And it's safe to say I made my way into the main event scene. If I don't see your name displayed, that's a problem on your end, Dane. I gave you a seat at the table, rent free. You were fed feast, time to pay for those plates. Check, please, I'll turn dead meat to a decorative set piece. If he's got skin in the game, I'm Ed Gein. They This is undeserved. Years of inactivity while I did all the fucking work, flying to England every month to earn our scene, getting some love from theirs. What did he do? Step foot on the plug once. Yeah, this is gonna hurt, bro. This title match only means something because I'm in it. The guy's finished. If it wasn't for me, you'd still be battling for a skateboard and a high five with it. Say what you want. The belt wouldn't exist if I didn't. That's a fact. You have to live with it. They asked for my waist size when they commissioned it. He should be nowhere near the title, but you lost to leg the man on. What good is a belt on someone with no legs to stand on? Yeah. You're up against a shark. Look at me, dead in the eyes. An old man who knows that his reps run dry. We have newcomers, men on the rise, while you suffer a steady decline. Needs us to move nothing for a vet to survive. Like he stepped on a mine, he's been spinning them a yarn. It's the end of the line. This being the biggest battle of your career is a reflection of mine. Cause to me, Dane, it's just a regular night. You're right, it is your house, and I have respect for the guy, but I'm supposed to pass you. Nosferatu, you invited me in, now your neck's on the line. Yes! You blame your lack of big battles on the bridges you burned. That's on you, Dane, no one else. You say you'll live and die like a cunt, cause your whole life you've been below the belt. Hold the L. If you won that belt, you'd bring it to cash for gold and sell. I am the only one worthy to lead the force. Please be warned, I am so cold I might skin you to keep me warm. They say I only write similes. Funny, because I am not like anything you've seen before. It's quite clear why he's decided to battle an Irishman again after 5 years. The answer was 2 words. I'm here. Let's look at your last few. How you took a spot that other men deserved. You couldn't spit it out against Tongue Twister to end the third. Then the crowd were feeling lazy. Rest assured, you almost missed your last battle. If you ask me, I would have said he's scared. We watched Thor dodge Hulk like he's a friend from work.
Talk that MCU shit.
Round 1. Done. Now I expect some rebuttals. All those flips, still I'm never in trouble. It's about to get dark for you, and there's no light at the end of the tunnel. If someone wants to speak to him after, I'll lend you a shovel. Time.
Let's go, second round of Rapthor.
So hey. You heard him, right? He built the whole league. That's the only reason he's here. You think he didn't pick the judges? You think there isn't English judges who say you couldn't win an Irish title because your Irish accent is too thick for English judges? You don't understand me, fellas? Shield 2 and Jared Knockback Fine Shinnick Chalk. Are you guys kidding me or something? You know what I said to him in Gaelic? Do you think I didn't see that coming? As if your bro's scared of you. When you're spitting, all I'm hearing is, hello, Mary Lou. No. Fuck United Ireland, honestly, lads, please think. The only good thing about the North's the fucking tax-free drink. It is, of course. Yeah, he's living in London. He thinks he can come to Ireland and try your hand at catching Pokemon. Well, tell me something, if you're Irish, why'd you have your dad around and on? When you brought your orange mates along, we'll praise the bloody union. When I was making my debut, you were making your communion. Communion, remember? Traditional, parental, hereditary, comes from your family, ends in a cemetery. Communion, even if you want to shake your head from the memory, you went and taken bread from a priest to breaking bread with the enemy. Okay, hey, but they telling me he's sucking dick so well that he's going up a level, going up another level. This ain't the stairway to heaven, bro. They booked you with the devil. I come from Dunor Ave, what's left of its rubble. But I remember the 90s in Dublin. Small communities getting boy, getting kept in our bubbles. Never had a lot, never felt resent for their struggles. I remember pusher. Ow. Come saying parents against drugs were about. Sketch men were among us, throwing dealers out the house, and them men were just nutters. You were born after all of that. Well fed, bedded, kept under covers. You sound like a provo. You were never the brothers. You were a child of modern Belfast, shelter from the Troubles. I was a child in 90s Dublin, front and centre for the Troubles. Don't be mentioning the Troubles. Brother, what's a lie proof? In 98, when the peace treaty was being signed, my dude was suckled on a nice boob. My dude was suckled on a nice boob. Close he got to a Good Friday was somewhere watching Ice Cube. Yes! No, I'm not near me, not here, you're not near me. God here, so stop sparing me. Another flavour of the month. This knob here does not scare me. I smoke a flavour of the month like a strawberry lost matey. Yeah, my man literally has 126 convictions, no cap. So I figure you man are tripping on extreme TCP if you think Vizual will catch me slipping like CCTV. That won't happen. But as he said himself, he's leading the league. My God, why is it only me that seems to see it's quite odd? You see this guy? Soft. Does what he's told to run the machine and be the right cog. Hell, with him and Briggz, blind leading the blind. Really, he's a shy hog. And if we had to rely on Vizual, we need a CNI dog. Stop.
Yes!
But he's leading the league, my God. Why is it only me that seems to see it's quite odd? You see this guy? Soft. Does what he's told to run the machine and be the right cog. But him and Briggz, blind leading the blind. Really, he's a shy hog. And if we had to rely on Vizual, we need a CNI dog. Yo, he talks hard, but his soft heart must be the envy of peeps. He's called largy, he's not large, he's a wet little creep. But he'll pretend to be deep, say I'm over the hill and was never goated and expect me to weep. But if you never heard me, it's cause I'm bad tending the sheep.
Oh! Yes!
Yeah. Robbie said you're a Darko clone. Johnny Darko, you're gonna be harassed by that comparison, you'll never break free. 6 years graft and you ain't anything like that gem on day 3. But I have to give you credit cause I tell it straight, G. C needed open heart surgery and this fella put on the scrubs cause in his head he's JD. Butchered! Robbie said you're a Johnny Darko clone. You'll be harassed by that comparison, you'll never break free. 6 year graft and you ain't anything like that gem on day 3. But I have to give you credit cause I tell it straight, G. C needed open heart surgery and that fella put on the scrubs cause in his head. If I wanted actors, I would have asked what good is that show to me. I could have bought a Darko on some Harry Potter bars, but a that guy's groupie. Real recognise real. Stop rapping like you're trying out for bad boy movies. Visual, Rapthor keeps an eye out like Mad Eye Moody. Think about it.
Yo! You're the most bipolar person I've ever met. And I know your friends are just sick of it. One day they'll all leave, you'll be left in a pit of shit. Trust me when I tell you, Dean, those friendships are limited. But something takes over, and he's quick to snap like the end of Insidious. What? What? You're gonna stop being my friend? Like I'm gonna suffer. You do that every week on the timeline with your brothers. He burns every bridge, even those that lead to the limelight. It's a wonder. I'm trying to discover why he falls out with more people than a skydiving instructor. Yes! You need to stop this. It's nonsense. The love pulls in and you cannot swim. That love weighs on him like a lock bridge. The difference between me and your mates is I can go, kid. I give no shits. Right hit so quick. Watch. Swing and put him to sleep. Like hypnosis, bro. Me, out of my depth, bro, you can't drown sharks. You don't know what you're in for. I'm locked in without bars. I'll take your head off for talking like Canadians in South Park. Let's go, Vince. Corpse in the boot. Had more bodies in the whip than a clown car. Bro, I'll kill him in broad daylight to make a scene. It's Midsummer with Ari Aster set to direct. He's been surrounded by people that pretend to be friends, given more flowers than Florence Pugh's dress at the end. He's been sleeping from the start, and after ignition, the gas went to his head. You don't deserve writing that good, but I'm never wasting a bar. You won the lottery battling me cause your face in a star. I'll break him apart, won't take a second. Put your hero underground when a bat caves his head in. Depraved intentions, tug of war. I was raised in tension. You think you are pulling the game, bro? You only got a title shot cause he couldn't get Demo. He's better than Yo, Demo!
No personals.
You only got a title shot because they couldn't get Demo, and since we couldn't, he's better than you. And since we couldn't find Hades, heaven'll do. Get sent to the moon, left in a pool of your own blood. He's so tough till the knife swings in his stomach. Then he's got no guts, bro. You think because I'm signed in that, suddenly I'm not down to scrap? Bro, I have contacts on my phone I wouldn't recognize without a mask. You're crazy thinking I won't end these rounds with the fight. Knock him down with the right, blood leaking from his ear. He's really out of his mind. They'll find his corpse. Like Viz would hardly do that. Rigor mortis, this body's hard to look at, and I'll take it home. He can stay with the rest of the corpses I keep inside the stairs. I hide them there. I got a little room for bodies like Ryanair, but let's... But let's hold the threats. Let's hold the threats, put those on the back burner and squash the beef like smash burgers, because it's not personal. I do what I have to when I receive orders. I mean, I respect you want the belt, but you made a mistake fighting me for it. People don't get to my level normally. It's 9 3/4, bro.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Derrick! Johnny Derrick!
Never in a million years could you share a stage with me. A million ways to die, and I came with 3 time.
Let's go, final round, Rapthor!
Make some noise if my friends are in this building right now, please. He says I don't stand up for me friends. Like AWOL, when it matters the most, you're all about your hands. You said with your hands you're a talented bloke. When AWOL's here in this room, lay a hand on them blokes and I'll put the kid through AWOL quick as Casper the Ghost. No. Listen, he'll probably say I'm some sort of ableist because I use references on Red Wolf. You need to stuff that in the shitter, because Red Wolf's the little autistic kid I saw you bullying on Twitter. You know Red Wolf? You know him? Cuban MC, producer, fella can sing as well. Since when did you switch up on him? Since when did you give him hell? Since when did you air your laundry? Since when did you kiss and tell? Since when did he treat our Cuban export like America did for Dell? What's up?
Oh! Yes!
Saying I didn't back Carl French? Bro, don't fear because you're the younger man that I can't go like Michael. Your journey here was a Tour de France. Mine was a whole life cycle. Friendship, revenge shit. I'll hurt you, bro. An eye for an eye feels good, you know. If an eye for an eye feels leaves the whole world blind, then Vizual will be forced to go.
Yes!
What did he say though? He's a shark. Not a red wolf, crazy shark. Baby shark. Michael's trying to make a name. I might kill him before he starts, make his weak heart break, you'll see. That's just a title belt to him, but it's shark bait to me. Keep speaking tougher than Mike on. You find that I'm at the muse. You see him punk with a pipe bomb, and I'm an angry paddy with my hands on a fuse. Keep speaking tougher than Mike on. You find that I'm at the muse. He see him punk with a pipe bomb, and I'm an angry paddy with my hands on a fuse. Rootless ruler, movement smoother, school and junior, student tutor, crew of humour, fluent user, use for removing a human tumour. You and Roots though, who's the future? Little George or was Roots a loser? I watched the vid with YouTube viewers and true to rumours, you disproved consumers. Dude was smooth, but you were smoother.
Yes!
Yeah, come on!
Say it again!
More, rootless ruler, movement smoother, school and junior, student tutor, crew of humour, fluent user, use for removing a human tumour. You and Roots though, who's the future? Lick a George or was Roots a loser? I watched the vid with YouTube viewers and true to rumours, you disproved consumers. Dude was smooth, but you were smoother. You blew the roof off like a crew doing the jewelers. And I figured with the penny wires, I set back proud as his shrewd manoeuvres, convinced Georgie he was it. But I can't let a clown drag King through the sewers. You are new to this scene, you are new to Dublin, I have roots in this scene, you had roots in London. He's fought in Intimidation's battle because he ought to be more tender. What type of Irish battle rap fan anywhere wants us to talk gentler? From the House of Oireachtas to the dodgiest mob member, honesty, all genders. Loved Comedy Central before comedy got censored. What have you got left? Just you. Entitled little pricks that wallow before pressure. Pressure creates diamonds, so gone are the lost treasures. You should know I'm called tall because I've walked through the storm weathers. How the fuck you outside when they brought you a ball shelter?
Yes!
While he was hiding out in London, I helped Rachel uncover the murder of our babies by our state. It's sad the world we live in. I asked that virtue signaller for assistance. I said I asked, none was given. Too busy pretending to stand up for abused men, but ain't standing up for children. That is hypocritical. That is unforgiving. Man, just shush and listen. I hope half of this is sticking. You're a modern day Raptor. The lad's a little chicken, pointing fingers in the pit, but won't point fingers at the men that put their hands on kids and women. You're the son. I do the real shit. I do the real shit. Imagine spitting in Division 1 and being considered a murderer, Feeney and Wordsmith, being whooped by a little cunt that's being delivered in furniture.
Yes!
Shotty's gonna be pissed, and that's your God. You're gonna need to learn some typical church scripture. You're gonna need to secure liquor. Then get on your knees and pray to stay in his good books like biblical worship. What's with the religious references? To bury your knob head, you came here ready to drop dead. That bells the peak of man's mission. Really though, since I got sanctioned, we're not friends, but oh bless your bleeding ambition. In nomine Padre, Filio, Spiritus Sanctum. Yo,
I've had a rough few weeks, and if yous would allow me, I'd like to take a second to raise it. Because 19 days ago, I had an experience I didn't expect to be faced with. I found my dad on the kitchen floor. He was breathless and fading, and then his heart stopped. And I tried to pump it myself to the point his chest nearly caved in. Now that was the hardest thing I ever did. But in that moment you'll find your strength is amazing. And the beat my heart skipped must have left and then saved his, cause he's alive today. Yes. I told He's alive today. I told death to be patient. I wasn't letting him take him, and I know death won't stop. I can never escape it, so we made a deal. He'll leave us alone if I send a replacement. You're not someone I want to beat, you're someone I have to beat. Told Briggz he hold a battle fee, I'll rap for free. Look at those sunken eyes, shallow cheeks. He's already halfway to joining the skulls on my mantelpiece, right? I show up to battles, rhyme and go home, kid. But when it comes to violence, I'm open, dying to go. Just engage you. If I fight, it's a bonus, bro. Just engage you. If I fight, it's a bonus. I'm a boner, bro.
That's fucking goal.
Yo, if I fight, it's a bonus. You don't know what you signed up for. You know it's true. Jonah's awful. I'll make a show of you. So don't talk to me like I owe you shit. You provided nothing. Like this guy's the reason I succeeded. I'm disgusted. But they fuck with me because I come with clean lines and substance. Wonder Boy Thompson. I'm nice with punches. I do everything my own way. I break molds, no easy path to the top. I had to make roads. I never stood on the shoulders of giants. I caved those, because they couldn't carry the weight that my name holds. I was getting robbed 2 battles in, overlooked. A push wasn't in the staff orders. They never saw a shine in me. Couldn't get my foot in the damn door till I brought an axe for it, like Jack Torrance. Yes! Now fast forward, I'm a legend to him. You can't stand on your own 2 feet, you should have kept it moving. How things change in time, and now I'm stepping to him. There's an animal before you. It's evolution, bro. You spent way too long in the field. Your name lost its weight, then its appeal. Now you're only getting plates for time served like prison meals. You don't deserve this shot. You're a great pretender. Realistically, they should have gave it Jester. Terminal or Darko could have made it better. Lizzie, Wolf, Scaldy. Gawain proved he can take the pressure. I'm running the whole division just to make contenders. You are the smallest inconvenience on a straight path. A road only traveled by great champs. You lost the second you signed up for this. You have to take that. Magic mirror on the wall. Face facts. When they talk about the best, you are never in the room. You're not a name that lots of greats would mention or include. He wants a stage, proper rates, the respect that he is due. But I can only hold a man to the level they can prove. You're not a thorn in my side, you're a pebble in my shoe.
Let's go, make some noise for that battle.
Give it up! Give it up!
If you enjoyed that one, make some noise and show them some love for Rapthor. Right, we went to the judges, and honest to God, this is probably the longest judge decision we've ever had. I think the video's about 25 minutes long. It came down to a 3-2 split on the decision. And the winner is the first ever Premier Battles Irish champion, and the belt goes to, make some noise, for Vizual. Let's go. Yo, Dublin, make some noise for the battle anyway, man. Shouts to both of these, all absolute sick battle. Couldn't have got any better, man. Yo, Premier Battles, Bison Briggz. Just watched the PBI title match, Rapthor versus Vizual. Lived up to expectations, man. It was fire. You could clearly tell. Obviously, Rapthor had the hometown advantage, like every bar was going off, which, to be fair to him, the material was fire as well. Vizual was fighting against it, similar as he was with Quill. He's fighting against the crowd, so he's not just got his opponent to beat, he's also got the room as well, which was tough, man. But I give the first round I thought Rapthor started really well, the entrance well, got people on his side as well. Started really fucking well, man, but I thought Viz came out swinging in the first. He counteracted things, he had the flip as well at the start, and he was just counteracting everything Rapthor was saying, which I thought worked in his favour. Going into the second, so I'll give Viz the first. Going into the second, I thought that was round and a battle from Rapthor. Rapthor had the best round out of all three of them for me. I don't know how to translate on camera, but in the room he had everyone grabbing to everything he was saying. Viz started, but I feel like because of the love Rapthor was getting, it sort of affected him going into the second. You could tell he wasn't as confident in his material. It's like I say, it is hard to win the room and your opponent as well. And it felt at times as well, which people didn't want to react to Vizual as well, which is fair enough. Rapthor's in his hometown. But the alternate side of that is, it allows the judges to listen more to what that person's saying because they're not getting washed out with reaction. But I did give the second round to Rapthor, and we go into third, 1-1. Rapthor came out fucking swinging, bro, like swinging. And I'll be honest, a lot of the shit he said was hitting hard. And then going into Vizual's round, I thought, this is Rapthor's 2-1, but I thought Viz's third was insane. I thought Viz absolutely came out swinging. The difference is, like, I know people are going to watch, if you was in the room, they're not going to agree with my decision here. Watch back on camera, I think it'll be not clear, but I think you'd give it 2-1 Viz, just from my preference. I thought Rapthor had punches where he was going fire, but then he was directing other people away from Vizual, whereas Vizual was 3 rounds strong, straight at Rapthor every bar. Rapthor had pockets where he was going at, Darko, and then he was going at me, and then he was going at he had a bit of a political thing in the middle as well. So I think when it's a title match, you have to go for your opponent. You can't direct traffic elsewhere because it takes people out of that pocket. Whereas Vizual was punch, 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 all against Rapthor. So I am going to give it 2-1 to Vizual. I know people will say it's biased and all that, but I feel like it'll be fire. Oh, you're subscribing?
What's up, Johnny Darko? We're at Absolute 2, judging the title match between Rapthor and Vizual. And I kind of want to keep it short and sweet. I think Rapthor edged every round. Now, the crowd really was sleeping on a lot of Vizual stuff, and I know Rapthor obviously is the hometown guy. I just think Rapthor had bigger moments in each round. Vizual started off his third round talking about something that happened to his father recently, nearly dying, and that was incredible. You know what, I would actually edge the third round maybe to Vizual, but I think Rapthor took the first and the second for sure. So 2-1 Rapthor.
I'm just going to give mine straight off and I'll break it down because it's just easier. So for me, I give it 2-1 to Viz. So the breakdown was, first round was Vizual. I just thought Vizual was more impactful than that round. There was a lot more kind of direct hits for me. Rapthor sort of played a lot on just kind of the crowd, wasn't really a lot of direction. Rapthor's second round was like really, really good. It was clean. He did literally have the crowd eating out of his hand. And then third round, they were both going at it loads, really, really well. I felt like Viz was cleaner. One of the things that I struggled with was with Rapthor was he did like a whole, I think about 12 bars, probably about 30-45 seconds of just like one syllable rhymes, and man, that just fell flat for me. It just sort of like, it didn't really go anywhere, it wasn't direct, so for me I'm giving it 2-1 to Viz. That's me.
What's happening? Morton here, judging the PBI title match. I gave the first round to Viz. He had a great rebuttal. I thought he was more direct. Rapthor had a good performance, good writing, but just some of the references to Viz let him down. Round 2, I gave to Rapthor. He was funnier. He was definitely more direct. I thought his round was beatable, but then Viz came, just wrote loads of bars that didn't quite land or weren't quite about Rapthor. They could have been about anyone. And then round 3, Rapthor opens up with a great rebuttal. He tried the baby shark thing, it's a bit overused. He started double time, I think it really landed. It went into some very direct bars, and then he like a great talk to him. Bars which super landed in the room. Viz again kind of just came with the same thing as round 2. Lots of generic bars, not really about him, could have applied to anyone, and then he just kind of name dropped about different opponents for way too long. So all in all, I give it to Rapthor 2-1.
Hey, what's up? It's Kid B. Just judged the PBI title match between Rapthor and Vizual. Man, what a battle. Absolutely crazy for the inaugural belts match. No two better people to go at. It was an absolute dogfight. First round, Dean had a lot of crowd control. It's his home venue, so of course he's going to have that. But I think between pulling the crowd back from Dean and the punches he had in the first one, I'll give the first to Visual. The second, for me, is a no-brainer. Dean was going off in that round. Excuse the buses. Dean was going off in that round. He was kind of unstoppable. A couple of things I wasn't so fond of, but Visual I didn't think stepped up too much for the second. The third for me was a bit iffy. There was a couple of things I didn't like, a couple of bars that I could have done without. So for me, I think based off of punches, schemes, the way they hit, the way they wrote, I'm gonna give round 3 to Visual. So I give the battle to Visual. Thanks guys, tough one.